Welcome back to my channel and happy October. Today I will be showing you how to make your own fall press-on nails at home with this super easy design, so please stay tuned. So we are going to do some pumpkin nail art, so I figured an almond shape would work best. These are the full cover tips that I like to use for my almond/round press-on nails. I will leave the name and information in the description. You can get them on Amazon, super affordable and pretty sturdy. So I just like to make sure that they fit sidewall to sidewall. This is how you want to make sure that your press-ons are the right size for you. If they are too small or they are too big, they will not stay on very well. So just take your time and make sure that whichever size you're choosing will fit from side to side. Then you will need a magnetic press-on stand. Don't mind mine, it's a little rough because I've been using it so much. And then I like to use these plastic sticky adhesive tabs to attach my press-ons. I just take a pair of tweezers, put them on there, remove the plastic backing, and then stick them on. And these seem to work way better than putty, so I would highly recommend it, and then go ahead and do that for each nail. So we are going to move on to filing now. I'm using a 100 over 180 grit hand file. I will also link this in the description. So with an almond shape, you want to focus on filing under the nail, if that makes sense. And as you're doing that, just keep an eye on how that free edge is looking. Some people like it more round, some like it more pointed, but I will say if you're looking to achieve just like your typical round shape, you're just going to want to focus on filing under the nail. And then after that, you can take the less coarse side of your file and just kind of round out that free edge as needed with very light pressure. It's hard to tell here, but I'm using like the lightest pressure ever. I'm not using a lot because I don't want to shorten the nail too much. This is a good length for me. If you did want to shorten it, you could put more pressure, but I'm really just focusing on making sure that round point of the nail is as even as possible. I kind of like a more narrow, skinnier almond, if that makes sense. So that's why I do that technique. Next, we are removing the shine from the nail. This is gonna help your gel polish adhere to the nail better so that there's kind of something that's roughed up for the gel to kind of anchor to. So I'm using a very fine grit sanding band. This is a 240 grit sanding band from Pana. I will also link this in the description. You could also use a buffer, but I just like the E-file. I have a lot more control with it, and even with a very fine grit sanding band, I find that it achieves the same purpose, so you can do either, whichever option works best for you. And for prep, the final step is just removing that dust. So I'm just using 70% isopropyl alcohol here and a lint-free wipe, and just making sure we have a nice clean surface for us to apply our gel polish. So once we've done that to all 5 nails, we are gonna apply our base color. We are using Madam Glam. This color is called The Truth. It's a really nice neutral color for fall. I always find myself coming back to this color this time of year. It's just like a really nice off-white color with like a little hint of brown. So it's perfect for kind of neutral fall sets. So we are going to apply 2 layers of this color just for full coverage. I'm going to cure between each layer. You definitely want to make sure that you're curing between each layer of gel polish, even when you're doing press-on nails, anything really, anytime you're using a gel product. Make sure you're using a good lamp. So I use the Young Nails UV lamp. You can also use like the Sun UV lamp, which is a really good starter lamp. Both are on my Amazon storefront. But otherwise, another little trick you can use is kind of wiping under the edges before you cure, like I did there, to make sure any excess product is removed. Now we are going to apply some matte top coat. So I've been experimenting with the matte top coat. We are ultimately gonna have a shiny finish, so don't worry about that. The reason I apply a matte top coat once I've applied my base color and that's fully cured is because apparently using a matte top coat creates a really nice kind of smooth surface for nail art. It really just helps your nail art brush and your gel paints or gel polish, whatever you're using, like glide more smoothly and you get more crisp lines. So I've just been experimenting with it and I do feel like it works. So I just like to apply a thin layer of matte top coat, fully cure that, and then of course to get the matte effect you need to wipe it off with 70% isopropyl alcohol. And then like I said, don't worry about like not being able to have a glossy top coat after, you can still apply your glossy top coat at the end and have a shiny finish when you finish all of the nails and you've done all your nail art. So here is how all the nails are looking with the matte top coat, and now is for the fun part, the nail art. So I just like to kind of shake my gel polish bottle if it's been sitting for a while, kind of roll it around in my hands, so when it comes to application or just using that color, it comes out more smooth and it's not like clumpy or anything. So I've just put a little bit on my nail art palette here. This is the color that I'll be using for the pumpkins, and that color is called Magnetic. Okay, so jumping into the pumpkins, super simple. You're gonna draw like a curved line going towards the right side. I started filling it in. You can do this later on, but you're gonna basically draw that kind of curved half circle line going to the right side of the nail. And then when we get to the left side of the nail, we're gonna draw another curved line, but we're gonna try to make sure it's offset a little bit. So here I am drawing that second curved line, kind of half circle, and we're gonna kind of make sure that they meet at a point in the middle and kind of almost forming like a heart shape. And then we're gonna like round out the edges, and we're gonna try to make sure one side is a little bit higher than the other. That's personally how I like it to look. It kind of gives it more of like a cartoon fun look. And that's it for the body of the pumpkin. Now we're using this color called Prosper Us, which is also from Madam Glam. This is gonna be the stem of the pumpkin. So I'm just drawing a triangle-ish shape, but I am trying to make it kind of slanted on one side and a little bit curved. Again, kind of going for that fun, like kind of cartoon look. And this is how it turned out. And then the last step is you're just gonna take a gel paint. I'm using the Baddest Black Liner from Nails by Dev. This is a thicker consistency than a gel polish, so it's really good for line work. I'm just scooping a little bit out, and we are basically gonna outline the top of the pumpkin. So you can see here, having kind of one side higher gives it a little bit of a different look. And then we're just drawing in the curved lines. You wanna make sure that these lines are coming in at a curve. If not, it's not gonna look correct. And then for the stem, it's super simple. You're just gonna outline it. And again, you want one side to be a little bit curved as well. Now we're just applying our top coat. Like I said, you can use a shiny top coat, matte top coat, whatever you prefer. So I wanted to do one full nail just to show you the entire process. And we're gonna repeat this on all the other nails as well and make the same design. So you'll just see some more sped up clips. I'll continue to walk you through what I'm doing, and then I'll just let some music play as well. So creating that kind of heart shape for the outline of the pumpkin, trying to make sure one side is slightly higher than the other. You can do that when you're kind of just defining the lines after you've kind of laid down the basic outline. Like I'm doing here, you can see I tend to make the left side a little bit higher versus the right, just so they kind of look uniform, and then go back and round out those edges and then fill in the rest of the body. So here is how everything is looking. So again, the thumb is finished fully just for reference, and we've drawn the pumpkin outline for the rest of the nails. Now we will draw the stem. So it's again an upside down triangle, and one side is gonna be curved just slightly like I'm showing here, and then you're gonna connect it and fill it in. This color can be a little sheer, so I went back and did a second layer where necessary. And I basically just went ahead and repeated that for the rest of the nails. You also want to make sure when you're drawing the point of the upside down triangle that it's meeting at that kind of dip that we've drawn for the pumpkin outline, kind of like the center of the heart, if you want to call it, that outline that we've done. You want the stem, the point to be directly there, or else it's going to look a little bit off. And once we've done that, the last step is just going to be finishing the outline. So again, outline the top of the pumpkin, one slanted curved line going to the right, the middle, the left, and then outline the left side as well as the stem. When it comes to line work, like outlining things, the key is to kind of use the point of your brush and kind of use your pinky to help stabilize. And you want to try to make sure that you're kind of doing the lines in one stroke as well, if you can. Now we just top coat everything. I like to use the Koopa top coat. It's kind of my go-to shiny top coat as of late. It's on Amazon. It's pretty affordable, so I'll link that as well. I pretty much use it in all my videos. And that is the end of the tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed. This is a pretty simple short tutorial. I've been trying to do a variety of looks for Halloween, everything from like character nail art to polygel nails to simple press-on nails. So I had to do like a simple fall look with almond press-on nails as well. I hope this also helped kind of show how you can make your own press-on nails at home. I have other videos on press-on nails as well. I will link the playlist. I also have more nail tutorials on my page. I do primarily work with polygel, so I have a bunch of polygel tutorials as well, both long format and shorts. I will link the playlist above for my polygel tutorials, the long format ones that you can check out. So here's how the nails look off the press-on stand. So I will link all my favorite products below as well. Please just be sure that you only apply these with a nail glue or like adhesive tabs if you want to wear them temporarily. I will link my favorite ones below, and I will see you in my next video.